be standing for the invocation done by Father John Schaffer from the Grady Faith Center. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Was facing the wrong way, facing the crowd and not the counselors. Well, I think the Lord will hear us regardless. I think we're going to need a prayer today. So, God guides us and protects us in mercy and love. We pray today with faith and trust for this council and its members. God's presence is found wherever there is unity and respect. May this council strive to work together in harmony and respect for all. God is the strength and protector of all people. Grant this council the strength and the courage needed to serve our city. Grant that our city may benefit from the work of this council today. Grant that through the members' vision and direction, they may bring honor to our city. And may their action help our city to be one of justice, love, and peace.
Righty. Clerk, please call the roll.
Council Paniagua.
Here.
Council Codwell.
Here.
Council Green. Here. Council Schultz.
Here.
Council Githers.
Present.
Council Hogan.
Here.
Council Choate. Council Choate.
Yes, here.
Council Allen. Here. Mato.
Here.
City clerk, you called a different line up there.
I had to find my votes.
May I have a motion to approve the minutes of the September 12th meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye. Are there any petitions?
No, Madam.
Are there any committee reports? Are there any communications?
Yes, Madam President. Two, I have one for the Empire State Development, project plan for the New York State Urban Development Corporation, together with the finance for the Inner Harbor / North Side Sanitation Sewer Capital Project. And I have one from the Empire State Development, the general project plan for the New York State Urban Development Corporation, together with the finance for the Discovery Center of Science and Technology Capital Plan.
Thank you. I have item number 8. I am going to introduce it and urge its adoption. Are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Discussion?
Go ahead.
Thank you, Madam President. So as far as,
Discussion on my item.
sorry,
Objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Councilor Paniagua.
Good afternoon, everybody. I have item number 9. Before I present the item, I would like to put in, at this point, the difference of perspectives and the end product as it is perceived, our redistricting. I would really like to thank the committee members that gave their time to serve our city in putting all of this project together, and that we will see before us today, so thank you. And then I would like to present our item 9, it's ready, and I urge for its adoption.
Thank you. Item 9. Are there any objections? Discussion?
Thank you, Madam President. I want to reiterate what Councilor Paniagua said and applaud the Commission for their tireless work, hours, diligence, you name it, skipping Valentine's Day, all of that. We really, truly commend you for everything that you've done. I agree also with the redistricting process and how it came to be, the fact that it went on the ballot and that the people supported it, they made the decision. That's all totally thumbs up. I do have concerns, though, however, about the decision and the final maps that you've arrived at. We've heard from constituents in the public hearing. We have big issues from the constituents regarding the all-majority minority black district. I feel like that's an unresolved issue that really needs more consideration. I also don't agree with jumping over Erie Boulevard with the Salt Springs being included in the 5th district. I think that should stay boundaries. That's a critical boundary. And also on the city's website, the auditor's website, it says, after multiple public hearings, the Redistricting Commission will submit proposed maps to the Common Council in July 2022. Common Council will vote on approving the maps as submitted. If they do not approve the maps, the Commission will revise them and resubmit them. So I don't see that that process has happened, and I'm not calling out the timing of the process, but the fact that these maps could have gone back to the Commission for amendment, I think really is necessary, given the amount of concern that people have for the maps. Also, the bullet points that came from the committee meeting that we did have with the Redistricting Commission on page 3, where it states specifically that had room to add the remaining population of Holly Green to ensure that that neighborhood was kept whole. That's an inaccurate statement. Green Street was not kept whole with Holly Green. From Lodi Street to Oak Street, that's in the 5th district. 1st district includes Holly Green. So that's another piece of information that I think really needs to be considered. And lastly, I really see major boundary being west of Teal Ave, north of James Street, which is truly the north side and has been for decades and ages. So that's my comment. Thank you.
Please call the roll. Councilor Allen.
Thank you. As mentioned, I do want to say thank you to the commission. You guys have done an excellent job. You spent hours, days with this planning process, and I was a little conflicted all weekend trying to decide which way I would vote, but I'm going to vote no today, and it doesn't have anything to do with your process in general, but just the part about the community staying intact. I can see on the map where there's certain communities that aren't intact, and Councilor Schultz did mention a few. But the part of the process that's really flawed to me is the fact that the council has to vote on this. I would rather this be in the hands of the people to actually vote on this. So I don't want to be, as a district councilor, there's no way I can not be biased in this situation. So I would have preferred if this was left to the power of the people for them to actually vote on this. So with that being said, I'll be voting no today.
Discussion? Councilor Hogan.
Thank you, President Hudson, and I echo my colleagues in thanking the commission and all the hard work they've done. My problem is, too, I have no problems with the process. The process was approved by the city, the citizens of the city, approved by the council, we formed a commission and everything else. But I want to draw attention to there's a picture outside the mayor's office. It's got 26 neighborhoods of the city. It doesn't fit in all the neighborhoods I'm familiar with. 26 neighborhoods, and there's a lot of micro neighborhoods there. The people on this side of the dais are all district councilors. And what this does is just, in my opinion, this just moves sort of the deck chairs on the Titanic. All of us deal with 5 or 6 neighborhoods of differing needs. I long believed that the city of Syracuse and the citizens of this city should have 9 district councilors. So all the councilors know to the granular level what the city administration or any city administration. This legislation will not make any city services more efficient. It won't make any of the city councilors more responsive. It won't resolve any of our inequities. Because of this, I am going to vote no. I know the situation was that the district councilors
That idea was not broached before the council or wasn't part of the legislation. But to me, this is like half measures avail us nothing. So I will vote no. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam President. Yes, indeed, I want to thank the commission for doing the work. Was saying, this ain't working for me. So as I was saying, because I think I got loud voice enough. As I was saying, I want to thank the commission for doing the work. But as we go through this, there just have been many, many grieving voices that I think the council took into consideration. Principally, as a person, I really support this process. And I think it's important that we give the grieving voices a chance to be heard. This is not a vote to completely get rid of what has happened here, but as leaders, it's important that we give those grieving voices a chance to be heard again. And I'm going to vote no.
Discussion? Please call.
Codwell.
Yes.
Councilor Green.
Yes.
Councilor Peniagua.
Yes.
Councilor Geathers.
Yes.
Councilor Schultz.
No.
Councilor Hogan.
No.
Councilor Cho.
No.
Councilor Allen. Councilor Mato.
Yes.
Item passes with a vote of 5-4.
Councilor Green.
Thank you, Madam President. Now for the exciting stuff. I've got items 10 through 16. I'd like to introduce item 10 through 15, urgent adoption, and item 16 will be held.
Thank you. Item 10. Are there any objections? Discussion? Please call.
All in favor?
Aye.
Are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous.
Any objections? Discussion? Please call.
Aye.
It's unanimous.
Item 13, are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Item 14, are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 15, are there any objections? Discussion?
Aye.
Item 16 is being held. Item 17, are there any objections?
Madam President.
Wait, all righty, it's Councilor Geathers.
Thank you, Madam President. I have items 17 through 28. I would like to hold items 18 and 19 for a committee meeting that will be held September 21st at 2 p.m. I would also like to introduce and table items 27 and 28. All other items are ready. Yes.
Item 17, are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
18 and 19 are being held. Item 20, are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 21, are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 22, are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 23, are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 24, are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 25, are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Item 6, are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
7 is being introduced and tabled, and 28 is being introduced and tabled. Councilor Hogan.
Thank you, President Hudson. I have items 29, 30, and 31, and I'd like to introduce and urge the adoption of item 29.
Thank you. Item 29, are there any objections? Discussion? Councilor Hogan.
Thank you, President Hudson. I'd like to thank my colleagues on the council for their patience in this particular forbearance of the administration. We were able to work out a contract that was very amenable to myself and also to the neighborhood groups. And I look forward to creating a whole new neighborhood for the city up there in the Syracuse Developmental Center. So, thank you.
Thank you. Any more discussion? All righty. Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Item 30, are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Item 31, are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Councilman Jones.
Thank you, Madam President. I have item 32 through 41. They are all ready. I would like to introduce them and urge their adoption.
Thank you. Item 32, are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Item 33, are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 34, are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Item 35, are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Item 36, are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 37, are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 38, are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll. Item 39, are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 41, are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll. All in favor? Opposed? Thank you. Counselor Allen.
Madam President, I would like to withdraw item 42.
Thank you. Item 42 is being withdrawn. Counselor Montos.
Thank you, Madam President. I have item 43. I'd like to introduce it and urge its adoption.
Item 43, are there any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Thank you, and before we end our meeting, I want to see students here. School are. All right, thank you for being here. And with that, we have concluded our meeting. I have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.